What's up guys, James here and welcome to another review. And today I'll be reviewing episode 5 of RWBY Volume 6, entitled The Coming Storm. Now, did anyone else get the chills while watching this episode? And no, I don't just mean the bad weather and the snowstorm. This episode had a slight creepy theme to it, if I'm honest. We find out that this village, Burnwick Village, is full of dead people. As in, people are sleeping in their beds, dead. And they've been dead for a while. Due to the fact is, they look like they're decaying. That was quite unsettling, if I'm honest, and not what I was expecting. But it does explain why the door was locked at the start. So, basically, to carry on with this scene, Team RWBY enter this house that seems to be locked. They find dead bodies. Weiss is quite shocked. I don't think she's actually seen a dead body before in the series, so it's understandable. RWBY tries to help her throughout this process to ensure that everything's okay and there's nothing to worry about, by stating the fact is food always makes her better, which leads to quite a comical scene when they find a can of beans. It just made me laugh, even though the episode is trying to be quite serious. We also have a interaction between Blake and Yang. Now, we're finally getting what we wanted in terms of Yang development, and this is the fact is she's still seeing Adam and still has fear for Adam. This is shown by her arm still shaking, so she hasn't actually got over it, like we thought she had in Volume 5. And it basically just leads to Blake reassuring her that she isn't going to leave, which was quite nice. And to make things even better, sorry, I was just checking to see if the mic was still on. And to make things even better, it's not resolved. Although Yang's response is, what? What are you on about? So there's still tension between the two partners and teammates. So I'm looking forward to that getting resolved. Now, the main thing of this episode, and the highlight for me, was the fight between Cinder and Neo. Now, I'm not the biggest Neo fan out there. I know she's quite a fan favourite, and I understand a lot of people like her. But the reveal to me it wasn't really that good, but it was a nice reveal nevertheless. The thing I liked mostly about the fight is the choreography. God, trying to say that word fast isn't well. But the choreography of the fight flowed really nicely. The animation kept up all the way through, from what I could tell, and the music that went in the background, for me, was really good. The music had sort of like a rock sort of theme, which fitted the environment that they were fighting in, which is the bar that we first see Little Miss Malachite in. So that was really nice. And I loved the way they used Neo's semblance to shatter herself in order to gain a surprise attack advantage on Cinder. And what this fight also does, which is also good, is it sets up the partnership between Neo and Cinder, even though there's still a little bit of tension between the two. They seem to have a common goal, and that common goal is to take down Little Red, aka RWBY. And this team, this combo, could be pretty fearsome, if I'm honest. We've got one maiden in Cinder, who's very powerful, and she shows it in this episode as well. And we've got Neo, who has only ever lost to Cinder, who's a maiden, and Raven, who is also a maiden, which even though at the time we didn't know she was. So if you think about it that way, Neo hasn't really got that big of a loss record. I mean, you can technically count RWBY beating her by sort of ejecting her off the aeroplane, but that's not really a win in my opinion, because it was just like a fluke cop-out for convenience. But essentially that's what the episode entailed. It had the reveal and the bringing back of Neo, and the reveal that this village has something wrong with it, which is shown at the end because in the wine cellar there is something seemingly opening the door. Now, what this is, we're not shown, we're left to speculate, and I have 3 speculations / ideas of what it could be. So, number 1, it could be a new character. However, I don't see it being that because we've already got a lot of characters as it is, and we don't really need any more. Number 2, if it is a new character, then it's probably someone from the photo that we see RWBY looking at earlier on in this episode. I don't know, it could be their semblance that does it. And the third thing, which is probably the more out there sort of theory / general idea that I have, is it could be Maria. Now, she's been introduced to us, so she's a new character. We don't know much about her, except her name. And her design looks kind of creepy and skull-like. So maybe her semblance isn't something to do with bringing out Ruby's silver eyes, but more so to bring out spirits, which could help Oscar later on down the line by bringing out Osmin. As well as the fact is, it would explain how these bodies all sort of died in their sleep, really. And earlier in this episode, when they entered the house, Maria was quite calm. She hasn't shown any sort of shock, frazzlement, or anything. Yeah, she's old, so she might be experienced in this type of stuff. But I don't know, something just seems a bit off about that character. But let me know down in the comments below who you think this mysterious person is in the cellar. It might not even be a person, it might be a Grimm. Let me know down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. So that just about does it for this review. Again, the music was great, the animation was great, and I'm loving the way the plot's moving forward. So, if you like the video, consider giving it a like, it'll really help me out. And if you're new to the channel, why not subscribe to get more content like this? I do other reviews as well as a few videos where I discuss a few things such as clans for certain card games or just anime in general. If you want to follow me on social media, the links will be down in the description below. And there I'll be sort of interacting with you guys and just sharing what I'm up to, really, to do with the channel, as well as to do with what I'm doing just day to day, really. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys there. But other than that, I'm James Downton and I'm signing off. Catch you later.